Welcome. At this edition of the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table Forum, we are exploring education, workforce development, and welcome collaboration. At this edition, the strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table Forum for our shared success. Exploring education, workforce development, innovation, welcome collaboration. At this edition, the strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table. I'd like to introduce our shared success. We have education, workforce development, innovation, welcome collaboration. At this edition, strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table. I'd like to introduce our shared success. We have workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table. I'd like to introduce our shared success. We have workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table. I'd like to introduce our shared success. We have workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection to the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at Table. I'd like to
This has been a long process.
workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection,
which was about 50 years old.
I'd like to
This has been a long process.
workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection,
which was about 50 years old.
I'd like to
This has been a long process.
workforce development, innovation, military collaboration. Education, strong connection,
which was about 50 years old.
I'd like to
This has been a long process. Went around for a good while, many years before we finally came up with was able to do what we need to do to get the building renovated, and it was about an 18-month process from start to finish, and we moved in this past January 2025, and it's been amazing. It really truly has. This is I really describe it in two ways. For our students, community and opportunity. Our community has embraced this facility in many ways by funding, by just partnering, using the facility, and then opportunity. Our kids have so many opportunities in this facility and with our different programs that we have.
You mentioned it before we started the program that this is the community room.
It is, yes, and it has a great name because it is used nonstop by community organizations throughout the area and government agencies. You name it, we're using it. Students, teachers,
everywhere. So it's getting put to use.
Yes.
What are you teaching in the Innovation Center?
Our CTE programs, we have about 21 of them at Rockbridge County High School, and we are doing everything from building trades, engineering and architectural drafting, aerospace technology. We have a really robust manufacturing program, cybersecurity, agriculture, small animal care. We have a great culinary facility. We have a super strong nursing program, electronics technology. We truly have a lot, and I know I left out a couple there, but we have a lot.
Yeah, Now, the programs that you're offering, relevant to the community, I would assume. Do you have the capacity to change what you teach for the community, or is this also the standard and this is what the actual community needs, requires?
To answer the first part, yes, we do have the capacity to be able to change, you know, as our community changes. And I do feel like what we're teaching currently fits the needs of our community. But we have, throughout years, I've been a part of our career and technical education program here at Rockbridge for 28 years now. And through that time, we've changed multiple programs to different things to fit the needs of what we were looking for and what our community needed. You know, currently we have some of our staple programs, you know, nursing, we've had it for many, many years and have always been able to put a lot of CNAs out into, whether they go out into the workforce directly from high school or go on to Mountain Gateway Community College to get their RN degrees or LPN, or go on to four-year schools. We have a wide variety. Our culinary program, Rockbridge County in general has a huge market for hospitality and restaurant, and our culinary program as well as our hospitality program feeds those pretty well. Our manufacturing, we try to meet the needs of our local manufacturing, which is a huge economy in our area.
Yeah, thank you. You actually gave me a great segue to go to Dr. John Rainone. But John, let's talk about the intersection of what you're doing at the community college, the new Joe Wilson Center, and the integration of what Paige just talked about with certifications or in the teaching of the technical curriculum here.
Yeah, everything. First of all, thanks for having me. Everything that Paige talked about, it was an amazing intersection, okay, in programs. We even have many of his students in our welding program at the Joe Wilson Workforce Center. I've always described Mountain Gateway as a place for opportunity as well. And with the development and expansion of our presence in the Rockbridge region through the Joe Wilson Workforce Center, we have already in one semester doubled enrollment than what we did all of last year. And we are doing similar types of trades. And one piece that is really a major intersection is dual enrollment.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
So the dual enrollment intersection is where many of Paige's students and many students from Perry McClure High School and the other high schools that we serve, they can earn college credit with us, okay? And many of them stay for not only while they're in high school, but they will finish either a certificate or an associate degree with us. And that saves their families somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 in tuition when they think about transferring. Many of our students, both of our students, I've always described our college more as a technical college than a community college. Some of my general ed faculty don't like when I say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and describe that. Why?
Well, yeah, because nationally, about 70% of students who go to a community college say they're going to transfer, and only about 20% actually do, because they get these amazing skills, and there's a job waiting for them, and we are meeting the community needs together. Okay. And there's local manufacturing companies who are desperate for our trained individuals, whether they're at the high school level or they come to us, and we're talking about programs in weeks and not necessarily years anymore. Okay, so dual enrollment provides that opportunity for individuals who maybe, and most of our students are first generation college students, okay, of any kind, whether they're a truck driver or whether they stay with us through our practical nursing program or our registered nursing program. So it really is that intersection and that critical piece that we all serve the community to the best we can, meeting the workforce needs. As you know, as an economic developer in our area, when companies come, what are they asking for now? Where's the workforce and who's going to train them?
Right.
Yeah, they want tax incentives, they want all these other types of things, but it really comes down to workforce.
Yeah, so you talking about it comes back down to workforce. This is a great question for the both of you. Is how do you address that? How do you work together when we have some notable companies in this region here, like Modine, for example? How do you address that?
Well, I can start. I mean, Mountain Gateway is a tremendous partner for us. We have, I think it's 10 dual enrollment programs just in career and technical education of our 21 that we have. And that doesn't even include, last year we started a pilot with Mountain Gateway and their robust CDL program. And we had two students of ours that got their CDL license while they were in high school. I think that directly answers what you're looking for. I mean, they were ready to go to work at that point.
Yeah.
And then, you know, our welding students, when they finish the welding program there at the end of the year, they will have their several welding certifications to make them, you know, career ready. We have students in the HVAC program currently. Those students, through the course of a couple years, by the time they finish that program, some of them will be able to finish it while they're still in high school and not have to pay a dime for it. Some of them who may have started as a senior, they may have to just pay for 1 year of it. So it's a tremendous opportunity that we have been able to give our students and that Mountain Gateway has been able to provide us. And our goal for next year is to also include plumbing and electrical as part of our curriculum over here through Mountain Gateway Community College.
Yep. I saw you give the thumbs up, John.
Yeah,
Talk about that, because that's what we're hearing too, particularly on the electrical, the HVAC.
Yeah, if anyone's tried to find an electrician or a plumber lately, you know, and that's those pathways. You know, we use the word pathways all the time, from high school to community college to employment, and then we are working with companies like Modine and others for incumbent workers. So they have 15 current employees who need upskilling, okay? Maybe they never had the opportunity to go to college or get a certification. And the company is so committed to these individuals that they're looking at us, and I say us collectively as the community, to provide that resource for them. And that's our role. And we do a lot of apprenticeship work with companies as well. And even for our size, and we're one of the smaller colleges in the Commonwealth, we do a significant amount of apprenticeships in our entire service region. And once companies understand the win-win it is for their employee, the company, they see this as an incredible advantage for them.
Yeah. You mentioned you cover a large region. You've got a more, smaller,
Yes.
audience. But it comes back, how do we keep the talent that we're producing here? That's another challenge. And I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I think one way we've been able to help foster that is about 4 years ago, our superintendent, Dr. Philip Thompson, blessed us to be able to hire a work-based learning coordinator. Ours is Robin Sherman, and she's done a tremendous job. Our work-based learning numbers went from the first year, I think it was about 170 something, and now we are up to over 500 students who are getting some kind of work-based learning experience. And a lot of those are out in our community getting connected with our local businesses And we feel like that's a good way to foster that relationship with the students, our programs here, the teachers, and that I think that's one way that we do that. We have one thing, one partnership going on right now with our manufacturing program. It's a local honey producer, Whistle Creek, and our manufacturing program is building stands or shelves for them to market and put their honey on in about 70 different Harris Teeters around the state and country, I guess. I'm not sure where they're all going, but I think that's a great partnership, and it allows our students to see, what opportunities are out there in our local community.
Yeah, yeah. John, anything
Yeah,
to
ditto.
add to that?
I mean, that is really, our staff is always talking. Our program heads, every program we have has an advisory committee, and we are always trying to update and really meet those needs of the individuals. And I think that through internships or cooperative ed or apprenticeships, individuals see the value of work now. They can still get an associate degree or something, and we're not anti going on a transfer and everything, but that was, we were fortunate to get one of the 15 lab schools from the governor's initiative in the state, and that's IT, AI, cybersecurity, et cetera. And the goal of that is at the end of their 3 years in the program, this is for high school based, they can earn up to 7 industry credentials. But I have told them all, and I've told the parents and everybody else, the goal is to stay in this area. You can work for companies in Northern Virginia or even in California, but you're living in this area until those types of jobs come to this area. Then you're going to be one of the leaders in this particular area regarding all of those types of jobs.
And I think that's one of the benefits also for the rural area too, really, which is also tough, is retaining that kind of talent. You gave me another great entree. I want to go to Cadet Glover. Welcome. I'm so glad that you could join us today with Virginia Military Institute, VMI. I'm going to refer to it as that. He's going to give us a little history, but I just want to emphasize Military Institute education is a little different from traditional college technical. He spends tremendous amount of time, most of the time on post, and is responsible for being in the community. That's one of the things that's emphasized. So I'm going to turn it over to you to give a little bit of the history of VMI, because people may not be aware of its long legacy, and you should know, but anyway, take it away.
Yes, sir. So thank you for having me. The history of VMI, it's long, it's complex, but it's not something that we shy away from or run away from. Actually, tomorrow, November 7th, we're observing our Founders Day. So VMI was founded on November 11th, 1839. So this year marks 186 years of history. And again, with that, it's just a lot of complexity. Kind of some key points that I felt as though needed to be shared.
Welcome. At this edition of the Shenandoah Valley Partnership at the Table Forum, and Rockbridge County, the Lexington area of our region. I'd like to introduce our guest. We have Paige Owens, who is the Director of Technology and Career and Technical Education at Rockbridge High School, Dr. John Rainone with Mountain Gateway Community College, and Cadet Isaiah Glover with Virginia Military Institute, or VMI is how I will refer to it most of the time. Paige, thanks for hosting us today.
Absolutely.
This is a newly renovated innovation center. Talk about the center. Talk about how came about.
This has been a long process to get to this point. We were in a building previously known as Floyd S.K. Technical Center, which was about 50 years old and definitely needed some updates. So went around for a good while, many years before we finally came up with was able to do what we need to do to get the building renovated, and it was about an 18-month process from start to finish. And we moved in this past January 2025, and it's been amazing. It really, truly has. This is, I really describe it in two ways for our students, community and opportunity. Our community has embraced this facility in many ways by funding, by just partnering, using the facility. And then opportunity, our kids have so many opportunities in this facility and with our different programs that we have.
You mentioned it before we started the program, that this is the community room.
It is, yes, and it has a great name because it is used nonstop by community organizations throughout the area, and government agencies, you name it, we're using it. Students, teachers.
Everywhere. So it's getting put to use.
Yes.
What are you teaching in the Innovation Center?
Our CTE programs, we have about 21 of them at Rockbridge County High School, and we are doing everything from building trades, engineering and architectural drafting, aerospace technology. We have a really robust manufacturing program, cybersecurity, agriculture, small animal care. We have a great culinary facility. We have a super strong nursing program, electronics technology. We truly have a lot, and I know I left out a couple there, but we have a lot.
Yeah. Now, the programs that you're offering, relevant to the community, I would assume. Do you have the capacity to